got back from Killeen, Texas with this 1975 Monte Carlo, or what's left of it. Believe it or not, there's quite a few good parts on here still. Unfortunately, I didn't get to it sooner when the whole front clip was still on there and the doors and all that good stuff. But the gentleman I bought it from is specializing in G-body stuff, and he stumbled across this one, and that's how I found it. But yeah, he sold a whole bunch of parts before I got to it to a gentleman from the Midwest that I guess uses it for derby cars, so that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, this is a pretty loaded out 75 Monte here. It has the factory Skyroof option, and also the tin worms that came with it. All the stuff is still intact here. With these Skyroof vehicles, there's a piece of foam that the factory glues to the inner structure, which is different from the non-Skyroof cars. So the whole roof is a completely different assembly. But at least this kind of gives you an idea of how GM put this together back in the days. You can see in the corners there's the drain tubes each side, front and back, and the drain tubes come down the A-pillars and dump out. I don't know if we can see them or not, but it dumps out down here. And in the rear, it dumps out in the front of the wheel well here in the quarter panel. This did come with tilt cruise. And what's really cool is it came with a factory tachometer, which is pretty rare for 75. It had a power trunk release. The wires are still there, but they were snipped, along with the powered windows and door lock harness. That's really unfortunate, but this thing is loaded out. The only thing it didn't have that I could figure is the power seat. It's got the split 60/40 bench seat, and it's got the top of the line cloth interior, and I believe the lower door panels had the carpet at the bottom, which is an upgrade, kind of like what the Regals and the Cutlasses come with stock. So this thing, like I said, is a loaded out car, and on top of that, not a lot of sheet metal obviously that's going to be salvaged. Rear bumper's in pretty decent shape, with the exception of, you know, a little dent there, but it is straight, other than when this happened, it pushed in the energy absorber a little bit, but I'm sure that that would be a good candidate for a rechrome. The rear tail panel seems to be all there. Of course, the reverse lights are cracked and yellowed and all that good stuff, so I'm sure they're extremely brittle. Still has most of the front nose here. That one might be salvageable. It's got a dent right there, and the grill, unfortunately, the emblem got boogered up. It's got a slight divot here that it might be able to straighten out, but the chrome's in pretty good shape. I don't know if you can see it very well. Let's move this out of the way. But yeah, that is extremely heavy grill. It's probably got to be 20-25 pounds. I've got the headlight buckets for it. 75 last year, the round headlights. And strangely enough, with all these options, it seems, based on the VIN number, that this came with a 352 barrel. So I would have figured, you know, at least a 404 barrel would have been you know, installed in this vehicle. But also has the rear defrost, and the thing that really made me happy is it's got the Posi-Track rear end. I haven't got the numbers off of it yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be a 273, because almost every Posi rear end I've come across over the years has always been a 273. for, you know, 75 through 77. Now you get into 73, 74, I'm sure it's more common to see a 308 or even maybe a 342 posi rear end. But like I said, there's not a lot of good body parts on this thing, but like I said, the dash has got the full instrumentation. That wheel well trim is probably not going to be salvageable, but a lot of this trim in the lower part of the quarter panels and front and back seem to be really good shape, and that wheel well trim is pretty darn good shape. So, and it came, I've got the other mud flap on here. I don't know if that's a dealer installed deal or somebody did that after the fact, but a few good interior parts like the sail panels back there and the trim on the upper rear glass as well as the front. But dash has 2 cracks in it. Glove box door is missing. Does have the delay wipers. That's an option for 75. I think that was the first year for it. So it's got the extra harness that comes in here, and cut all this stuff up. But yeah, here's where the harness for the delay part of the circuitry comes through and then goes over to the delay wipers, wiper motor. But yeah, some interesting things on these Monte Carlos. Definitely a unique A body, or I think some of the books classified them as a G body because of the different frame. But yeah, it's got some good parts, and like I said, I paid less than $200 for this, so I thought, you know, can't go wrong there. A lot of these parts will be coming up on the website for sale, so if you see anything here that you can't live without, let me know. You can leave a message in the comments below, or go to my website g3garage.com and leave your email there, and I'll get back to you. I also have a 76 Landau just like this one that's going to be coming up for parts as well, and that's a complete car: engine, transmission, power windows, door locks, tilt, cruise, floor shift, you know, swivel bucket seats. So we're gonna have quite a few Monte parts coming up here shortly. But if you got any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.